It's not surprising that Turkey's pleas for more U.S. action on Syria are expected to dominate the talks here, says Middle East analyst Leila Hilal. Syria's civil war has been spilling over into Turkey, flooding that country with refugees and occasionally worse, like when car bombs killed 50 people in a Turkish border town only days ago.
I think the main subject of the talks will no doubt be Syria. The Turkish Prime Minister Erdogan has staked out a very strong policy on the issue of Syria in terms of what should happen. He's called for regime change quite early in the revolution, and his country has been hosting near to 1 million refugees and has been supportive of the opposition. So Turkey has a large stake in what happens in Syria.
Turkey supports the rebellion against Syrian President al-Assad, and Turkish Prime Minister Erdogan will press President Obama to set up a no-fly zone over parts of Syria to help the rebels.
Obama has been reluctant to engage militarily in Syria. Erdogan, on the other hand, has called for a no-fly zone to be created in Syria. The recent reports of chemical weapons, Erdogan echoed those by saying that in fact there had been 200 incidents of use of chemical weapons. So Erdogan is ringing a very loud bell for military intervention, whereas Obama has tried to play down that as an option.
Turkey has also been disappointed with its American ally over what it sees as too little American engagement in attempts to end the decades-old conflict between Israel and the Palestinians.
Prime Minister Erdogan has made the Palestinian-Israeli peace process an important issue for the region and for Turkey. He continues to push on this question. When President Obama was in Israel recently, he brokered an apology from Israel to Turkey for the flotilla killings. Obama's likely to make some rhetorical indications about the importance of the peace process, but we're not likely to see any definitive policy statements or joint initiatives being announced.
Analyst Leila Hilal says Washington may be unwilling to take any new action on Syria, at least for the coming weeks, since both Washington and Russia are pushing for peace talks at a conference on Syria scheduled for next month. The United States and Turkey have similar goals in Syria, namely an end to the al-Assad regime. But the Turkish Prime Minister will scold Washington for having done so little, especially in the face of the deepening humanitarian crisis in the country. And Mr. Erdogan will plead with Mr. Obama for the United States to become more militarily involved. Burton Bolag, KSA2, Washington.